throat still hurts. I wonder what I'm gonna have for dinner. Maybe miso soup. Oh, didn't see you there, sorry. Hi, it's good to see you again. I'm Miss Pocket Papa, and in today's video, I might not get into why I've been gone for so long. You see, I've just been crushed under the weight of capitalism. I can't balance work and other interests that I have. Anyway, thank you for joining me on this long-awaited tour of my island. This island is Cinque Terre, Italy themed, based on me visiting when I was in high school, and it was in summer, it was super hot. Actually, you know what, let me go grab some ice cream. Yeah, needed that. Anyway, here's the main entrance. This isn't necessarily Italy themed, but I wanted it to have the cobblestone roads that I was going to use, and I spent a lot of time here because I designed the path myself. I know it doesn't look like anything special, but it was important for me to like make my own path for once. And you know what? I'm not mad with how it turned out. I got brick, I have cobblestone, I have, like the main road. I feel like this little square area is really, really cute, and it leads perfectly up to Town Hall, which was really nice. It took me forever to get an island that lined up perfectly with the airport entrance. That is one thing I wanted really bad. And so if we go over here, this isn't Cinque Terre themed either, but I had this long walk with seating on the sides, and I kind of wanted to spruce up the street, so you could never go wrong with street lights, right? So I just added a bunch. And off to the left here, we have our beach. Cinque Terre actually is a coastal town, so it kind of worked out having this layout. I have a bunch of chairs along the side because that's what some of the beaches look like in Cinque Terre and some of their biggest beaches. So it was very fun adding all these seats. I love how it actually looks like the actual beach a little bit. And if we keep going up, I have some stalls off to the side, a little flower shop, and that's another thing that's popular in Cinque Terre. There's a lot of terraces, there's a lot of canopies, a lot of outdoor selling. And here's Nook's Cranny. This is probably my favorite Nook's Cranny build. I love how it is able to capture kind of what the coast of Cinque Terre looks like, and I love how it looks like they actually get their goods imported. The reason Nook's Cranny has all these things is because it's getting shipped overseas. So here we have Restaurant Row. I gave every single villager their own food place, and there's a lot of food places in Italy, a lot of outdoor seating, so I tried to replicate that as best as I could. There's a lot of beautiful views, lots of good food. So each villager got their own restaurant. We have Meringue's Cakery, of course. Benedict had to have a breakfast place of his own. Cherry had to have a goth-themed bakery. And of course, Cookie's Bakery is the exact opposite, super pink. Sprinkles had to have an ice cream place. It's what makes sense. And then Ketchup has an Italian-themed kitchen with tomato-based products. So yeah, that's Restaurant Row, and then up behind the restaurants are their houses. But I had this little awkward space that I'm glad I could figure out what to convert it into. It's just a little cute outdoor seating area. We got some munchies, if you know what I mean. Just a cute little chill place to, unwind a little bit. It's one of my favorite places on the island, actually. So like I said, their houses are directly behind each of their restaurants. I love how tucked in the street is. I didn't have a lot of space, but it actually kind of works out, and I was able to make little alleyways in between some of the houses, which I think looks super cute. And then of course in Cinque Terre, they have a lot of plants, a lot of flowers in the street, so I try to emulate that as well, mixed in with the seating areas. Cookie moment. Have to join Cookie, can't leave her sitting alone on the bench. Hi, Cookie. Okay, bye, Cookie. I gotta keep going. So that's Cookie's house. Over here's Cherry's house, and I made another alley. I don't know if this one's Cinque Terre based. In Chicago, we have alleys so you could have your garbage and stuff in there. So I decided to throw that in because it was a larger alleyway. But I kind of like the way it looks. It's really cute. Oh, hi, Maple. How are you? It's good to see you too. You know what? I am too. I love that for you, girl. That's Benedict's house and Meringue's house. And then over here, we have a little outdoor roost. I didn't make this sign. I will include the code below, but I was able to get the roost items, all the various items, and his little gyroid thing. And I decided to throw a little outdoor cafe out here because it's cute. And I have the little history, like the pocketbooks you could lay out as an item, and I thought that looked super cute. And yeah, I know the layout's kind of weird, but I think it's a little bit endearing. And then of course, by the roost, I have the museum, have some outdoor seating. Oh my gosh, I kind of love this view. It's kind of iconic. It looks like the dinosaurs are eating or like trimming the hedges. I didn't leave too much space for the museum, but I'm glad that I could find something to make it work in this cute little corner. So if we go over here, the vibe changes a lot. Here we have Maple's Pancake House. I love this area. I wanted to have like kind of a little bed and breakfast vibe, so that's why it's like a patio restaurant, which is super cute and cozy. I had some space for nature stuff because like there's the campsite that I had to throw in there, so there's one little area that isn't quite like anything in Italy, I don't think, but you know what? It's fine. It's just a game. It's just for fun. So I thought it was cute. I love being able to use all the food items. They're like my favorite items in the game, so I went crazy. I was able to turn the campsite into kind of just like a setup looking building. Instead of a campsite, it looks like it has a little building in the back, maybe to keep all the supplies, keep all the goods. And here is my cute little home. I wanted to have like an area that's tucked away, so I managed to put my house like on a second level, and you know, there's a lot of cute purple furniture, so I kind of just went crazy with the purple. It's kind of a vibe, right? I wish I lived here. I would party all the time. Okay, anyway, if we go back down the stairs, up at the top is where we just came from, and along here on the other beach is like a seafood shop, and Zucker's place is over here, so he is in charge of this little seafood strip. So his place is off to the side, and then there's all those stalls in the front. There's seating across from the stalls. They all have the fish themed food, which was such a pain to get a hold of the recipes and all the fish needed to cook these different items. But it works. I think it's really cute. I loved being able to use some of the different colored furniture instead of all just the light color, and it kind of blends in with Able Sisters back there. I wasn't sure what to do with this beach, so I kind of just made like, I don't know, a little beach cafe. I feel like it kind of looks like what a lot of people were making in 2020, like a little, you know, with the wooden planks on the sand and stuff. So just like a little cute beach restaurant. Nothing crazy, but it's something. I needed something to do with this beach. I was running out of ideas. So here we have the Able Sisters. The color scheme kind of goes with Sucker's like seafood strip. I know the clothes don't really make sense, like colonial looking dresses, but I thought they were super cute, so I added them in there. I love how tucked away I was able to make it look and how the items just fit together. It just seems like this cozy little store in the corner, even though it's kind of giving fall vibes. So if we go over here, I tried to recreate this little shopping area that isn't a part of the Able Sisters. That's like one of the pictures I saw of Cinque Terre, because I don't remember like everything in grave detail. So they had the clothing rack sticking out, some hats, so I tried to use some of those items. And obviously I don't have an arch to make them stick out of, but I had like that netting in the back to kind of make it look like there's, you know, the wire racks to hang up clothes and stuff. So again, we're gonna take a stroll through my famous Cinque Terre alley. This is one of my favorite builds of all time. This is the first build I made on this island that was like, oh, I'm gonna recreate like the alleys in Cinque Terre. Like these walls are perfect with all the different colors they come in. We have the lights, I put plants everywhere. A lot of people would hang clothes and things from their windows, which is why I have like the clothing racks up on the second level. I feel like this turned out honestly really well. Like I have not been able to make anything this creative since. So I just really cherish that I was able to execute an idea like that. And I love this little nook back here. This is where Tia and Chai live. Hi! Yes, today is the best day ever. So this is Tia's place and then Chai's. I had all this extra space, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make their place fit in here. I'm gonna make 2 houses fit in here. I used every inch of this island, every inch. I added some items in the back because when you fly over, I think you could see their houses from the view. So I kind of just wanted to have like a backyard vibe. You could hear the water running when you walk by, and you could see the items through the medieval building side windows, which just like adds a little bit of texture, a little bit of realism. Like you could see the flowers in the back. So I also love this build. It's one of my favorite little spots. This is the back view of the restaurant row that I showed in the beginning. There's some bridges in Cinque Terre where you could overlook the city, so I tried to kind of recreate that, and that's actually what inspired to lay out my restaurant row the way that I did, so there would be a view. I went over this in my last video, but this is one of the biggest inspired parts of the island outside of the alleyway. It's Chai and Tia's cafes, which was so fun to make. They were the perfect villagers for this little cafe build. So I made these kind of like Cinque Terre with the canopy leading into the umbrellas on Tia's side, and then on the other side, if you look in the corner of this picture, they have like the metal and wood chairs. Hello, so the items were perfect, and I'm glad it worked out. On Tia's side, of course, I had to use more of the like elegant looking tea items, which I love. The trays, they are so cute. I actually ate at a restaurant that had those, and I felt so fancy, and the food was so good. And then over here, totally different vibe to fit Chai. Of course, I had to use the cinnamon roll items that she unlocks. I got to use the like mom's tea set, which I think is super cute, cozy. And I love the little pink one with the cupcake on it. 2 cafes, 2 different vibes, so I wanted them across from each other. And then across from them, I have like a little boardwalk carnival area that I'm just gonna show a little bit. Nothing too crazy, nothing too special, but it was fun making a horizontal boardwalk because you can't see the items the same way as well. So I had to figure out how to like make it look good, you know, like throwing in the rowing stands sideways so you could still see the ducks and stuff. But it worked out, and I think the colors kind of go with the brighter colors of the buildings that I'm using across from them. Last thing, I said I would show you this alley. I only had one alley kind of like Cinque Terre, and I had to throw in one more. So it's a little short one that I added at the end actually. It used to just be blocked off, but I had enough space to make it, so I'm glad I was able to. Again, they have so many plants out and the hanging clothes and the lights. I thought it was just perfect. I'm glad it worked out to make one more little alley space, even though it's not as big. Just to kind of like give it as much of the coastal Italy town vibe as I could. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much for joining me. This was one of my favorite islands. I kind of fell into this slump after this too because I haven't made anything quite as cool as this, and I'm glad I finally have like my equipment back, so I'm able to show this off to everyone. If you've made anything similar, I would love to know. You feel free to share your dream addresses in the comments so I can check them out. I loved when these items came out, seeing all the like town and city builds that people were doing with the building sides and stuff. It's been so fun. I am super excited to make more time, to make more content. Like I said, I didn't have all of my recording equipment, and even now I don't have a microphone, but I finally have all the cables to stream and make videos, so that's why I jumped on making this one even though I'm sick. But I have more content coming up. In my next video, I'm going to be showing what the inside of all their homes look, so if you like interior design, check that out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad you were here. I have my socials linked at the end if you want to see me post more frequently, like any pictures and things like that. The support I would greatly appreciate. Bye!